So growing up, the holidays and the Christmas season have always been one of my favorite holidays, year round. As soon as September, I start getting hyped up about the holiday season, the Christmas lights, the Christmas tree, snow, anywhere from shopping and whatnot. But I think that as I grew up, although I still have that holiday spirit, and I am the one that gets hyped up and decorates, as you see, my apartment. And as you could see, I am very, very festive. I think now I realize as an adult that we are conditioned to give, and give. So, welcome everyone. This is Guillermo and this is MemoTalks. And for today, I want to talk to y'all about giving yourself the biggest gift, and that is the gift of self-care and self-love. So, going back to the way I grew up and the way I loved and enjoyed Christmas growing up. It was my favorite time of year because not only was it a time to be festive and to showcase the holiday spirit, it was also a time growing up in poverty, growing up in growing up with immigrant parents. It was the time where I got the only pair of shoes a year, or I got the only backpack, or so I would anticipate birthdays and tax season and holidays and probably even back to school to get something, in return, or to get the essential item. So now growing up, I realized that the holidays are very transactional. The holidays are where we give and we give and we give and we expect. So now as an adult, there's so many parties and there's so many gatherings despite COVID. There's White Elephant and there's Secret Santa and there's these gifts after gifts that we have on our list that we have to buy, that we have to purchase, that we have to order online, or that we have to go to the store and get. And I realize that not only are the holidays transactional, but sometimes the expectation is not met halfway. Whatever I gave, sometimes I don't get in return. So I think that stopping and being in awareness of yourself and your surroundings and being in the present moment in time, I now realize that I cannot give anything at all if I am not giving the most important gift to myself, and that is self-care. I cannot give to anyone. I'm not going to be thoughtful in my giving. I'm not going to be grateful in my giving. I'm not going to showcase my affection when I myself cannot give that self-care and self-nurture. So with that being said, during these holidays, take some time to give yourself the ultimate gift, the gift of self-care and the gift of self-love. You can't give to others what you can't give yourself. And you know what? In times like this, where we've experienced a second year of a pandemic, a second year of casualties and fatalities and misfortunes and unprecedented events, can we all just say enough? Enough about enough about this transaction, enough about giving and expecting, but actually stop and say, I'm going to give myself first. I'm going to take care of myself first. I'm going to love myself first before I start giving to those around me. And you know what? If you don't celebrate the holidays, if you don't celebrate Hanukkah or Christmas or Kwanzaa or Boxer Day or whatever it is that you celebrate during this time, if you don't do that because of your tradition or because of your culture or because of whatever, use this time to really reflect on what has happened this year, of what you've done this year, of the accomplishments that you've done this year, of everything that has happened throughout this year, and use this time to get into the awareness of gratitude. Practice gratitude during this time. And I think that when you do that, I think that when you sit back and you come into a place of gratitude, into a place where you appreciate that maybe you haven't accomplished, or maybe you haven't achieved what you wanted this year. You are in a state of gratitude because we've grown. We've grown, we achieved, we conquered, we've done really great things. And I think that if there's anything that we've learned this year is to adapt, to transform ourselves, and to reinvent ourselves. So before you, you start giving and you start thinking of these gifts that you're going to give other people, I think that you have to come back in a place of gratitude and really analyze who you are, what you've been through, and who you've become because of the circumstances, because of everything that we've gone through this year. And I think that when we practice that, we can have a better idea of what we could give to others. Now, if you don't have the means, if you don't have the financial, the capacity to give to others, be thoughtful, be creative. If you make music, if you sing, if you dance, if you do art, showcase that and give it onto others. Record that and send it to that person. If you are artistic and you draw and you create graphics, you send that, make that thoughtful graphic and you send it to someone that you truly love. If you do not have the financial capacity, use your sources to, use your resources and your mind and your capabilities to give what you can and to give what you're able to give. So with that being said, use this time to love yourself.